Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the September, Knight of Wands. Any of you all who are trying to rush into something, watch it, okay? Welcome to your September Career Tarot Reading 2024. This is where we're going to look at the month of September, where it is at your job, your career, possibly your finances. Where is it that you possibly need to redirect your energy or make a pivot? Your self-worth comes into play here. Aquarius, remember, in the month of August was a big month. We have Mercury retrograde. We had those huge squares, lots of tumultuous energy. We're bringing that into the month of September, but now we have Uranus now retrograde in Taurus, and we now have Pluto actually have left your sign and now is back into Capricorn. And now we're also in eclipse season. So trust me, September is going to be big too. So check the description below for all of the important dates. All right, Aquarius, let's get into it. You start off that first week, 3 of Wands, as well as the 2 of Cups in reverse. Second week of September finds you with the Ace of Pentacles. Always good to see in a career reading, as well as the Queen of Pentacles. Very nice. Third week of the month finds you with the 4 of Cups, as well as the Judgment card. Some type of important decision is going to have to be made there, Aquarius. By the time you get to the end of the month, you're looking at the Hierophant card, Taurus energy there, Major Arcana, as well as the 7 of Swords. So, and you're the only sign that I actually heard to turn over the bottom of the deck. Look at that, 10 of Swords. So for some of you, I do think, interesting. I was just going to say that 8 of Cups. I was just going to say some of you could be leaving a job this month. So 10 of Swords definitely could be this is the end. No need to keep belaboring it. There is something that could be coming to an end in September. And if it's not in September, it could be October. Remember, we are entering into eclipse season. So eclipses usually do bring some type of ending. So just know that 10 and 7 swords, yeah, you definitely look like you could be leaving somewhere. But let's draw all your cards first, Aquarius. Spirit, if you can send Aquarius a card representing the energy that they moved out of August and they're bringing into September. So you do have the Page of Cups. So pages are usually messengers, brings us information, could be intuitive insight. And with it being a cup energy, this could be a water sign. So maybe possibly a fellow water sign like a Cancerian, a Scorpio, or a Piscean. This definitely could be the energy of bringing you insight this month that you didn't either have, or maybe you're being a little more cautious this month and you're using your intuitive insight more than just like your eyes and ears. And I think that's going to be really important for you, Aquarius, as you come into this time where Pluto has left your sign. You have a little bit of breathing room, but at the same time, we also have all this other energy, right, of like that Uranus and Taurus. So just really pay attention around your conversations that you're having with people. I said this to Capricorn, pay attention to what people aren't saying. And I think that's going to be really huge, especially with Mars in Cancer, just because I feel like people are going to be more emotionally charged than usual. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a overarching theme card for the month of September. And you have the 8 of Water. Now, I'm going to tell you already what I think is interesting about this 8 of Water before I even read it, is that what did I tell you about leaving a job? Remember, this was on the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups, 8 of Water, same type of energy. So let's go ahead and read it. It says, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Now, I just think this is so uncanny. I almost got little goosebumps when I saw this 8 of Water, because I already felt this when I pulled that 10 of Swords here, that 7 of Swords, that Judgment card. Many of you all are going to be stepping into some new opportunity this month that causes you to either think about leaving a job, or you could be the one who is hiring people that they have to leave a job and come join maybe your business or your organization. But whether you are feeling uninspired, bored, no longer fulfilled at your current position or your current company, this could be a sign that you are leaving out by the end of September, or at least at the end of eclipse season, which would be in mid-October. So Aquarius, I do think that this is really important for you to understand, because I think anytime that Pluto re-enters your sign, there is a process going on. And I can already see here with that 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups at the beginning of the month, some type of planning, negotiating is going on. By the time you get to that second week, some type of huge opportunity comes to you. Now, I will tell you that since this is eclipse season, it may not occur in this week. It may not even occur this month. Remember, eclipses bring 6 months worth of energy, but know that this is circling around and is coming, okay? By the time you get to that 3rd and 4th weeks, I think that there is some type of major decision that you're kind of hemming and hawing over with that 4 of Cups. Judgment and Hierophant by the time you get to this eclipse season right here. That is going to be, I feel like, where you're like, okay, I'm done, or it's time for me to move on. I can't really deal with this anymore. So let's take it week by week. Let's see what else Spirit has for you as we go through the different weeks. So one of the things that I think is interesting is that as we start the month, we have that Uranus retrograde beginning in Taurus and Pluto entering Capricorn until November 19th, and then it will re-enter your sign, Aquarius. So that means over these next 3 months, September, October, and half of November, you all are strategizing. You all are figuring out how to use this last bit of Capricorn to your service, but also it feels like you could be leaving some type of situation. So it could be some relationship that's not going that great, but on the business front. So maybe you and a partner decide to split, or possibly you are strategizing on how to break up with a client. Something around there, around that Virgo New Moon on the 4th, really figure out what you want out of your business, out of your career, because I do feel like by time you move into this 2nd week of the month, Aquarius, this is kind of like your power week. Now, I say that cautiously because sometimes people get a little bit like nervous because, okay, nothing happened this week. Remember, the energies are constantly moving, and depending on your birth chart and where you're at, depending on what you're even feeling in the moment, it may not hit you then, but no, it's going on in the background. The energy is there and you have to grab it. That's the other thing. Some people ignore signs, okay? And I do feel like that 2nd week of the month, when we have Mercury and Leo squaring Uranus and Taurus on the 7th, Mercury enters Virgo on the 9th, and the Sun in Virgo squares Jupiter in Gemini on the 12th. Somewhere in this energy with the Sun in Virgo, Pisces, Venus, there is this opportunity for you all to step into. If you do not have someone come to you directly during this time, make sure you are applying to new jobs if that is what you are wanting. If you're trying to find a new opportunity, make sure you're networking, getting out there. Someone holds some purse strings. Someone has been looking at you from afar. This could be a managerial level. This could be someone who is interested in looking at you on LinkedIn or something like that. Somewhere here, there's an opportunity that you all are going to have to grab. Now, I do think as you move through this month, Aquarius, you're going to start getting an idea of like if you want to remain where you're at, okay? And I do think by the time you get to that 3rd week, when we do have that huge eclipse, the first lunar eclipse, Pisces full moon in the Pisces and Virgo axes, is on September 17th. At this time, something could be revealed. And I do think that that Judgment card is where you're like, oh, maybe it is time for me to be ending here, or maybe I do need to rethink taking that job offer. There's something here around that Pisces full moon eclipse that you're like figuring out. And I do think that this is going to be a wake-up call for many people. And that really is what the Judgment card is. Like, oh, okay, like whoa, I didn't really like put all that together. And I do think that by time you reach the end of the month, look at these three together, you all. Third week of the month is when we do have that Sun entering Libra on the 22nd. That same day, Venus enters Scorpio. I do think that that shift is going to be huge. Scorpio is that energy of transformation. Many of you all with this Taurus card here are going to be like, this is not how I thought this was going to go. I thought I was going to talk to the boss. They were going to say, okay, we'll give it some time, then we'll rethink. Instead, they just shut it down. They're not even going to listen to your offer. Someone here doesn't seem like they're being totally truthful, and you're out. You're done. And I do think that's going to be very big for many people. And I do think that by the time you get to the end of the month, Mars in Cancer trining Saturn in Pisces on the 30th, Sun conjunct Mercury in Libra on the 30th as well. This is conversations about fairness, who gets what. By the time you get to October 2nd, solar eclipse in Libra. That solar eclipse in Libra, I will tell you, Aquarius, is going to be big for many of us because this is like rounding out that Aries Libra cycle. So I do think that something that you've been dealing with over these last almost like a year, I guess now, is going to come to a head once we get into October. So take a look at these cards, figure out what is it that you really want to do with your career, and figure out if you want to remain at the organization or remain in the business that you're in. All right, Aquarius, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I'll talk to you later.